Finally, to finish it all up, we have Tim Wong from Singapore to present about Asia cities. Tim, glad to have you join us.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
And can you see my screen?
I do.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks, Jakob, and great to be able to share. So I think I want to just quickly walk through some thoughts. One is that actually Asia is probably the last great frontier for the gospel, with only 9% Christian in Asia, and the total number of people in Asia who are still outside Christianity, 4.4 billion, is more than the population of the other five continents. And by 2050, 3.58 billion will be in cities. So we can see the enormity of the task. You see there on that map, all the way in the west from Istanbul to the Far East in Tokyo. There's a great need for the gospel to penetrate cities. So it's a huge challenge, but we've really taken comfort from the story in Acts and how Paul was able to speak as if his work was completed with just 10 years, right? And it was really a work where Paul went to cities, and from cities, the gospel spread to the then known world. So that's really our inspiration. And what the Lord has led us to do is to host a forum called the SG 500 Asia Cities Forum uh, every year until the year 2033. And there is a rhythm where there are five things which follow the acronym TABLE. T stands for test bid. So to test bid what it would take to see Asian cities reach with the gospel despite in some cases, very challenging closed access conditions. A is to analyze the forum, to meet once a year in person, to share what we are learning, receiving from the Lord, and to have a common language. B, backbonemovement.org works as a backbone organization across the five regions in Asia, and also leveraging the movement.org scholars program for learning. And then finally, E, which is to enlist intercessory prayer for the 500 cities. Let me just quickly give some background into each of these. So, testbed really involves keeping it very simple, but really, five prayers that we pray for the 500 cities represent a framework to see Asian cities reach with the gospel. It starts with open heavens, John 17, oneness in the city. We believe that that would lead to open hearts, both among the saints, but more importantly, the Lord will then bring persons of peace into the kingdom. And then open highways. So we believe that there are two lanes of this open highway for the gospel to really see the gospel proliferate. One is really the digital lane of the highway, which is kind of like an air campaign, really getting the gospel out through digital media. But there's also an opportunity through business for the gospel to be incarnational in cities all over Asia. You know, a lot of Asia may be closed to traditional missionaries, but it's wide open for business. And then, as people respond to the gospel, then to see discipleship communities multiply in homes or hubs. Again, it's church planting, but in many of the Asian city contexts, which are closed access, hostile to Christianity, we have to do them in environments that where they can spread rapidly without attracting the attention of the authorities. And then finally, the last open we're praying for is for open hallways. And here we believe that as the first four opens take root, that basically it will spread into hallways of power and influence and schools and universities. So that's really test bidding this approach. Analyze the gathering. We just had our gathering in September. We had 300 people from 70 cities and 30 nations. We hope this will grow. And really, the key is to work with movement.org to reach out to all five regions. Movement.org has seen tremendous progress in India. You can see, green are all the cities where movement.org has been able to establish movements. And so we believe that eventually much of Asia will turn green. We take encouragement from what's happened in India. And then the scholars program, we hope to see 2,500 scholars trained by the year 2033, each of them having a common vocabulary about how to impact cities. And then finally, intercessory prayer. So every year, between the 1st of January and our forum, which is at the end of September, we pray for 2 cities a day, covering all 500 cities in prayer for these 5 opens. And so, yeah, so you can scan that QR code. There's an Instagram page, and in the profile, there's more information on our last gathering. You can watch videos of that and get access to this book, Why Asian Cities. So that's it. Thank you.